today's video, I'm going to show you how to make everything look cinematic. Alright, what is going on, guys? Y'all can see we're starting this video a little bit different. I'm going to be recording this video and I'm gonna be doing everything cinematic. Today's video completely recorded in a cinematic way. I'm gonna be teaching you how to achieve that just by doing your daily routine stuff. Like I said before, you don't need a crazy scenario in order to achieve good looking images. All you need to do is have the inspiration, be creative, and just, of course, we're going to be implementing more than ever the framing and the other rules that I taught in that video, so you can achieve this really cool looking good angles. By the way, I have the Rode Wireless Mark II, and I don't know, let me know, guys, if you want a review on this product, because I just bought it like 2 weeks ago, and it's fun. It's very fun. I've been using it for like 3-4 projects right now, and they work like a charm. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so now let's start with the tutorial, guys. I mean, this is not kind of like a tutorial, it's more like showing you in the real experience how to achieve these amazing looks of cinematic. As y'all can see right here, we got two things to take into consideration. We got contrast. Why? What is the contrast? Well, we have different contrast. We have the light contrast. You can see the sea is darker than the grass, so that's a contrast. That's a separation from the video, from the subject. We have the color contrast. I am dressed in red, and the grass is green and the sky is blue, so we have a contrast. Why do we need contrast in our video? Obviously, this will give the separation, this will give the mood, this will give your videos the dynamic that needs in order to achieve that cinematic look. Now, using only the same angle, I'm not gonna move, I'm just gonna move the camera so you can see how much it will affect the scene and what type of energy will transmit depending in what angles you perform. In this case, we're talking about framing, guys. You will see why framing is one of the most important steps while doing cinematic projects. Obviously, guys, we're now using natural light, so it's gonna be more tricky in order to achieve the best cinematic lighting. But currently right now it's like 4 p.m. and it's cloudy, so we're going to have a soft looking image thanks to the cloud, because the clouds, they work like a diffuser, right? Change the camera position so you can see what changed during these small changes. Now, right now, you can see I only moved the camera from different positions, and as y'all can see, by the way, let me face you guys. Okay, now you're seeing me. So y'all can see right now I am facing you guys, and I'm still in the same position. The only difference that I did is that I placed the camera in a different location, and I put something in key, which will give more separation for the image. I placed the camera in between a closer subject or a closer object in order to give depth that the video wants or need, or in that case, the depth that you want to achieve in order to have different separations that will give the video more dynamic. Let me explain a little bit further. By putting me in between the object and the far object behind, aka the background, you're focusing more in me. It will have more separation because it will give you that 3D look that basically our eyes have by default, so that will give you even more dynamic to your video. So make sure, if you want to have a better cinematic look, to place the camera in between an object, the subject, and the background. That will give you a more 3D look, more blurry background. Even though right now I'm currently recording at 1.2, you can see that, yeah, it's super blurred. So yeah, I'm kind of cheating. Anyway, let's move the camera once more. Now, by drastically moving the camera angle, tilting, or just moving the camera angle by itself, you can see what type of emotions you will have in your videos. Right now, this will give like some sort of tension or suspense to the video, and by now you should be putting some slow motion to your scene in order to achieve more of the feeling to the video. Framing, guys, it's just as important as lighting. Why? Because framing will give you that feeling to the video. It will transmit an energy such as the lighting. Right now, I'm gonna do one more framing so you can see how it will change the same scene. I haven't moved. The only thing that I have moved is the camera. That's it. You can see how important the framing is and what type of feeling it will transmit depending on how you frame the camera and obviously the subject. Okay, so right now, this is probably the most sentimental look that we're gonna have. This is called the close-up. Basically, this is showing like some sort of sentimental thing, or just you're going to focus the subject, giving it a little bit of space in the front, so we'll have that breathing technique. So basically, this is the close-up shot, guys. Right now, we're supposed to be having some sort of feeling, some sort of sentimental thing going on. You will probably put this shot on a scene where the person is going through some tough moment in the movie or in the short film or whatever the project is. This is the shot that you want to focus on the details of the face of the person. For example, if the person is crying, this is the shot that you want to put that person crying. If the person is sad, you want to be directing the person to have a sad face. If the person is happy, I don't recommend this shot because it won't work. For a happy shot, basically be a middle shot where the person is centered and the camera angle, it's literally in the same height of the person. I'm gonna show you that right now, and hopefully I'm looking pretty right now. It's supposed to be the blurriest shot of all. Okay, right now I'm gonna show you how to literally change the whole mood of the video just by changing the frame. So I can see I've been teaching you set framing because that's why I love to do. I don't even know why. Maybe I'm a sad person and depressed. But this one pretty much, if you put the frame by the same level of the person, you will transmit a more happier emotion because you're seeing the person more clearly. And by the way, give me a second. There's a helicopter going by and I don't know how loud it should be. Yeah, this frame basically it will show more the person emotion because it's at the same level and it's literally in front of the person. Like there, you cannot hide any emotion. By placing the other framing that we were doing, we were kind of hiding the emotion of the person and giving that extra mood in the whole scene. We're basically using more the scene of the place more than the person face or the expression. So this one is basically you cannot hide and you just have the person right in front of. Basically more of the YouTuber angle, I would call this, but this is literally just the angle that you should use if you want to show a happy and cool and emotion one. Other than I don't look happy, I am happy in the inside, that's all that matters. But yeah, let's just play the happy music so it sounds happier. So yeah, I look happy now. Okay, moving on. Now this one, it's the I don't even know how it's called, but this one, guys, basically it will show you how vulnerable the person is. Like for example, I am in a very deep depressed state and I'm talking maybe on the cell phone, show how desperate I am. Like, oh my god, mom, like let's do an example. Let's do a quick acting right here. Mama, there's a very loud motorcycle going on and I cannot record. Can you help me, please? You can see how dark and sentimental this shot will be. With this angle, it will help you to show more of vulnerability. Anyway, guys, let's jump to the second step we're gonna be using for today's video. We're gonna be using natural lighting. I'm gonna show you just the best way to illuminate yourself and to have a more cinematic shot. By the way, I am using the 35mm 1.2 SLR Cinema Magic lens. You can see how well this lens performs. I'm not using a cinema camera, I'm just using a A7R II, and you can see how well this lens gives a very cool looking capture. We're gonna be using the 21mm once we get to the other location, but for now I'm just gonna give you some cinematic slow motion shots with this lens, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Now in this one, we're showing more about the space, so this will be very practical if you're shooting something that it will show more of the space of the scene. For example, if I am in a beach right now and I only show the first 4 shots that I show you, the person or the viewer will not appreciate where exactly I am. So it's very good for every single shot. Now this shot, it's very useful for showing the environment where you're shooting. For example, right now I'm in the beach, obviously, and if I only show you the 4 shots that I show you in the earliest part of the video, then you will be pretty confused in like where the person is. Maybe he is in the beach, but where's that beach? Now by now you should identify where I am. I am in the beach, obviously, of course, but there's more space showing on. Now you can see exactly what beach I am, and also you can appreciate more of the scene of where I'm shooting. This works very good for pretty much every single scene. If you pay close attention to pretty much every single movie, you should see that 99% of the shots, when they're transitioning from one place to another, they first show the outside of the place and then they jump to the inside of the place. So every time you're changing location, you should always show the outside of the place and then jump into the studio or the inside or the scene that you have pre-calculated for the shot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Show the background, guys. It's very important. Now, I call this the superhero shot because it's a upper down below scene shot that you do, and it gives that heroic kind of look of you. Obviously, you can use this for a lot of different scenes, specifically if you want to give more character to the subject in the way that the subject will look empowered, will look bigger. If it's a midget and you put it like this, the subject obviously is going to look a lot taller. So it's more like an empowering kind of shot, and it's also like if you're trying to introduce something, maybe a baby, something that is small, you put it like this, it will give a funny perspective depending on how you use it. Or if you're doing a scary cinematic shot and you want to place let's say for example the nun, you want to place the nun introducing to some sort of church, and where the nun first appears for the first time, then this is the shot you want because it will look bigger, it will look like something that it's going to kill you or some sort of like that. Guys, for me it's so difficult to talk. There's people looking at me, and there's like at least 4 people looking at me like this guy is crazy, and you know I'm a noob at this still. Yeah guys, by doing just these very simple steps, you can achieve a very good looking cinematic look just by literally just frame. Don't force it too much, guys. If you see that your location scout is just not great for cinematic stuff, just look for another place. Try to have all the resources needed in order to achieve that look that you're going for. Yeah guys, that's pretty much for today's video. Hopefully these unique different videos you like it. I'll be posting more like this. If you show love, make sure you like and subscribe, guys. We're very close by now to 200 subscribers, and I am very excited for that because we're getting close to that goal, guide of 500 subscriber, guys. And yeah guys, that's pretty much for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you out in the next video. I think you probably can still see me, but yeah, you can see how light affects your video, guys.